bring success. Just how? So he's asking the Buddha, if a person wants to do charity, how to get a lot of merit. And the Buddha said, one who has known his past abodes, his past lives, who sees heaven and the plains of war, who has reached the destruction of birth, a sage consummate in direct knowledge. Here one should give a proper gift. Here a gift bears great fruit. That's how for one bestowing alms, an offering brings success. Just so. When this was said, the Brahmin Devahita said to the Blessed One, magnificent, magnificent Master Gotama, magnificent. Then in the same way, he took refuge and asked to be a lay follower of the Buddha. So I think I will stop here for tonight. The suttas have been quite interesting. Any questions? Anything to discuss? Yeah. The farmer with the pock mark face wife, is it? Yeah. You see, a lot of these Penile Rules were established after problems arose. So, in the initial stages, there were no precepts. And then slowly the Buddha made all these rules as he went along. And that's one thing. So it could be that this was a time when the rules were not there yet. Secondly, although these rules the Buddha made for the monks, but sometimes he, being the teacher, does not have to abide by the rules. So there are exceptions, especially like for the Buddha, he has the psychic ability to see who is worthy of going forth, who is not worthy of going forth. Also, maybe because the Buddha has so much lay supporters, if necessary, he could probably ask some rich supporter to help pay off this man's debt and so on.
Before he became Buddha, I think many lives he was fasting as well. So that means in this case, given that many people have been practicing a few lives. Because Buddha has practiced from the Sutta, he has been practicing for quite a few lives.
Actually, the Buddha says that he has been to all the realms of existence, has been born in all the realms of existence, except in the Suddhavasa heavens, because the Suddhavasa heavens, only Anagamins can be reborn there. And if you are born as an Anagamin, you will never go to any more rebirth. You only enter Nibbana from there. So that also shows that all of us, if we have come to the level of a human being, that means we have taken rebirth umpteen number of times. So we have also probably become monks many lifetimes already. So that is for everybody. Because the round of rebirth is so long. The Buddha says the tears that we have shed in the round of rebirths is more than the 4 oceans, here referring to the 4 oceans in heaven. And the blood that we have spilled in the round of samsara is also more than the waters of the 4 oceans in the heaven. So in other words, we have been in samsara for so long. That's why now we are mature to the extent that we are interested in the Dhamma. Any person is interested in the Dhamma, in the truth, that means that person is spiritually very mature already. That means you have probably also have been ascetic and all that in the past life.
According to chapter 7, the Arahant, the front part, it seems all those Brahmins, once they go forth, they become an Arahant. Is that because of their practice?
Not necessarily Brahmins. You see, those people whom the Buddha accepted as disciples, firstly they have the Buddha as their teacher. And they were surrounded by Arahant monks. Right? There were a lot of Arahants during those days. So, if you are surrounded by this company of holy men, you'll be ashamed if you are lazy. Because they can read your mind. Every night if you go off and sleep early, they know. If after your meal you go and sleep in the afternoon also, they know how to be lazy. Like the Venerable Mahamoggallana, he was an external sect ascetic before he became the Buddha's disciple. Then after he became the Buddha's disciple, the Buddha taught him the Dhamma and taught him how to meditate. So he was practicing very hard. Every night he was trying not to sleep, practicing, because that's the way the Buddha taught his disciples to maintain sati 24 hours a day. Mindfulness. So after a few nights of not sleeping, he was nodding his head already at night, nodding his head. Then the Buddha came to him. As usually is mentioned, the Buddha, from the top of the head, a golden body will come out, exactly like the flesh body, but golden in color. So the Buddha went to him and told him, Moggallana, don't be, half asleep there, drowsing. Use more energy. Then after the Buddha advised him, the Buddha went off. So how do you think he'll react? The Buddha can see me, the Buddha can hear me, everything. How to be lazy? So he put more effort. Within 7 days became an Arahant. One of the fastest. Sariputta 14 days, Mahakassapa 8 days. So you see, because you have such a teacher, you dare not be lazy. And if you are diligent and you are practicing the right path, the Buddha says it doesn't take so long to become enlightened.
I mean, during our meditation, sometimes we slump and torpor and sleepiness. How to put in more energy?
Firstly, before you come for the meditation, you got to be sure you're not too tired. If you are too tired, then however much energy you put also, you won't be have a good meditation, right? And try to sleep the minimum that you require, because if you oversleep, then the mind runs so the asavas, mental uncontrolled mental outflows flow so strongly that when you sit in meditation, it's very hard to discipline the mind. So like the Buddha tells his disciples not to rest more than 4 hours. So if you want, you can try. If you normally sleep, say 7 hours, you try to sleep 6 hours. And then that 1 hour, instead of sleeping, if you feel very tired, then you lie down, but you try to keep awake that 1 hour. And then if you can do it, then you reduce further. You try 5.5 hours of actual sleep. You put the alarm clock. After you get up, if you can do walking meditation, you do. If you are tired, you lie down, but you try to fight sleep. Try to do some chanting, Namo Tassa or something, just to keep awake. So You see, actually, scientific research has shown that the mind actually needs 2.5 hours of sleep a night. For the mind is enough. Only thing is the body is a bit exhausted. So if the body is exhausted, if we lie down, it helps a lot. If we lie down, we are not the body can relax. If we don't lie down, the heart has got to pump up and down, pump up and down. Even you sit also, the heart has got to do quite a lot of work, pumping the blood. But when you lie down, then the heart is relaxed. It doesn't have to pump up and down. Pump sideways, horizontally is much less work. And so all our limbs also, because we are resting is on the bed or anything, then we feel very relaxed. So the trick is to do with your minimum sleep and rest. So that's why for a meditator, physical work it's not compatible. If you do a lot of physical work, or if you make yourself physically exhausted, then it's very difficult to cultivate the mind. So, like the light work that you all do here is quite suitable. You sweep the floor and all that. You don't feel exhausted. So the trick is when you are tired to lie down, but try not to fall asleep. Once you fall asleep, the mind runs, and then to catch it back is very difficult.
I mean, sometimes because you're tired, lying down, even though I try very hard to keep them feet alert, but somehow you just doze off and sleep. But would it be better that, okay, you doze off and sleep and try to wake up and get up from the bed? I mean, you lie down and try to do your breathing or meditation.
You have to experiment, do see what is suitable for you. Now what I do is I do the chant of 32 parts of the body: head, hair, body hair, nails, teeth, skin, flesh. And then I purposely have a clock in my kuti, which is a bit on the louder side. When it goes tick, tock, you can hear. See? So I go head, hair, body, hair, nails, teeth, skin, flesh. Then it's easier to not to fall asleep. Because you have to synchronize with that clock. Then it helps. If I just chant head, hair, body, hair, after a while also I fall asleep. Nothing to. So tricks of the trade. Dana and sila are supporting factors. Not only that, there are other things like being friendly with other people, not to get into arguments and quarrels with other people. If you are pleasant with other people, people are also pleasant to you. And if you try to make yourself useful to others, like for example in the monastery, you see whatever the monastery needs to be done, you make an effort to do. Then because all these wholesome deeds give you happiness, you see, when you reflect on it, gives you happiness. And this happiness will support your meditation. Your mind can calm down easier. But some people, they are very petty. And then they don't like this, they have a lot of wants and likes and dislikes and all that. And then